Once she said, let me drop the link for her. Oh, let me find it. All right. 10 emotions. Some of those are so rejection is fear of rejection. That's fear. Okay. Chidima, please feel free to call in. Auntie B is hanging out. You can feel free to call me and contribute. Fear of rejection is a big deal, right? Insecurity, all of these are connected in one shape or form or the other, right? A lot of them are connected in one way or the other. But these are the issues. These are the 10 reasons why no one should normalize it. Auntie B, welcome.
Thank you, Ola. It's almost midnight here, so let me just say this.
Okay.
Regarding, I was reading that. I was actually going to post it on my Insta stories. The 10 emotions caused by silent treatment. Completely spot on.
Yeah.
Completely spot on. Probably it's more than this, but yeah, this is enough.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
why
a good place to start.
I was comparing it to mental health. Like with time, people begin to have mental health issues because the person that they're supposed to be talking to is not talking to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not everybody that can handle it. So yeah, let's just discourage it in all ramification. It is wrong. Let us just learn how to be better. Nobody is perfect. We are learning. We're a work in progress. If you know better, you do better. Let's just do better.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Auntie B, for
So
chiming in. Have a
we are
have
working
a have
tomorrow
a
morning, so
have a cool rest.
all
Kasuwala. I saw you later. Thank you.
right, Prestige family. I salute you all over the farm. Wanna take care. Chidimma, I see you.
Yeah,
Take care,
Chidima
my
is here.
dear.
Thank you,
I saw
man.
Chidimma. I saw Bumi Amara is there. And all the rest. God bless. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Have a good night, man.
Chidima,
Man was Prestige. Good evening.
your internet is on point today. No lags, nothing.
Yay!
That was my fault though. I realized later that last one was my fault.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So talk to me. I know you wanted to say yesterday, but then
It was good because it gave me time to gather my thoughts together. I had a cool down moment so I can gather
Yeah.
my thoughts together.
Hold on 1 second. Let me tell Issa Moore, your device is not connected. Maybe restart the browser on your phone and then come back in. It says your device not connected. So try again. I'm gonna kick you out just so you can try, so it make it easier for you to get out. Go ahead, Chidima. Talk to me.
Okay. So, when this conversation started on your show, on Auntie B's show, we were talking about the difference kind of between cooling down and silent treatment. Like cooling down when a situation is heated to avoid escalating it, right? So I
Right.
took my time to think and process. If I'm the one in those two situations, what will I see the difference? And I realized that if I'm actually cooling down, my focus is on bettering the communication, on getting across to the other party. My focus is not on them. It's more on me, what I need to do. Whereas the silent, I'm focused on them. I want to show them. I want to punish them. They are not listening to me. How dare they not accept or listen to my point of view? Who do they think they are? It's all about them. So I think if we are honest to ourselves, we can police our thoughts and our words and know the difference. We don't even need a third party to tell us the difference. I don't even think is much of the time frame as much as it is what is going on in your head that time you're taking time apart.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to determine the difference between the two.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things
I like that. When you're the timeout thing, the purpose of it is what makes it different
right,
from silent treatment.
right,
Because we have a whole chapter called Silence is Golden here. That's what makes it different. It's not about I'm shutting down so I can manipulate the other person into what I want.
Mm-hmm.
It's about self-assessment.
Right. And
That's a
that
good
brings me to
point.
my next point, to manipulate somebody into what I want, aka controlling behavior. I think when we say control, some people might think that control is you are barking orders verbally at someone and telling them you must do this or else. No.
Right,
If
right.
you are trying to control someone's reaction, meaning I will shout down until they come back and apologize, that's control. Or you're trying to control the outcome of a situation. It doesn't have to be verbally barking orders at someone. There are so many forms of control. I think when
Yes.
people hear controlling, they think of a dictator. And so because they don't raise their voice, they can't wrap their head around the fact that they are controlling. And
Yeah.
that brings me to a comment I made under Auntie B's show when she did the show the first time. I
Okay.
said the problem with those who um, support silent treatment is that they are so focused on what they are not doing. I don't buzz them. I don't shout at them. I don't slam doors. I don't throw things. They are so focused on what I don't do. I'm not abusive because I don't do these things. And so they,
Right.
they refuse to see how they are. Just like people who are verbally abusive, they're so focused on the fact that they don't hit or beat. So therefore, they are not. Or people who are financially abusive, they don't see the one they are doing. They're so focused on what they are not doing, and that's just to me is a lot of ignorance. It might not be intentional ignorance, but it is ignorance of what abuse really is.
Yeah.
And our society that we grew up in doesn't help. There's a lot of ignorance around what abuse and different forms of abuse.
Hold on. Mute. Beyond. Mute.
Oh,
Hi, Beyond. Jum Jum.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
come to you. No, you're good. You're good. Just mute for now. All right. Continue, Chidima.
Okay, so I think there needs to be a lot of education on like what abuse really is, and like you always say, it is the person being affected by your words or actions that determines whether your actions or words were abusive, not you. You can't
Right.
say I am doing this and it is not. You can't define what
Right.
you. I mean, we have
Right.
laws that define what our actions are, and so also when we're in a relationship. I also want to say one more thing. We said, well, people are different. You should learn your partner and learn how not to trigger them, right? So now, this idea that people are different. If I'm a nurse and I go to work and my boss tells everybody the expectations of this job, am I not going to do my job and tell her, well, ma, sir, people are different. I can't do it this way. I have to do it my own
I
way.
do it my own way. Right.
If I go to school and
Yeah.
professors give me lectures and I'm supposed to study and I write OP for exam and I don't pass, and
Yeah.
I'm going to say, well, they were discriminating against me because I'm different. I wrote it my own way.
Mm-mm,
Well,
it doesn't
wait,
work that way.
it's
Yeah.
only when it comes to relationships
It's
that we
only
now start
relationships
forgetting
that we
people are
disrespect
different.
like that. Yep. Yep.
That to me, that is just I don't know the word. It is idiotic to me. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not calling anyone an idiot, but it's just I don't know.
It's misapplication, right?
Right,
It's true
right,
that everybody is unique and different, but the only level where we need to apply that concept is in application. The concept, the principles, the knowledge we need to have, such as silent treatment is dangerous,
right.
is true across the board.
Right. So
It,
marriage has certain principles and it needs to follow, maybe applied in different ways. Like you say, the application might differ, but the principles are the same that will
yeah,
make it healthy across the board. Just like a school or a work, any other thing we put our hands to do has principles that guide it. I don't know why we think
yes,
marriage we can just wing it and make it work. It doesn't
yeah.
work like that.
Anytime it's a collaboration between two or more people, it
Right.
needs principles to
Some
guide
guidelines.
it.
Right. Some bylaws.
Yes.
Right.
You
And
cannot just do that's me. Well, that
no,
relationship will not last. If
it
it's
won't.
involving two or more people,
Right.
even if we can't put it into proper words, best
Right.
believe there are principles that's guiding it. You
Exactly.
know?
Even if it's implied but not
Yes.
verbalized, there are some
Yes.
sort of principle. Right.
Yeah. We're not
I hope-
always able to
Yeah.
put it into words so
Uh-huh.
perfectly, but if any relationship is thriving and involves two or more people,
Mhm.
there are principles, there are rules, there is a
Right.
manual for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chidima.
No, I
I
have one more
appreciate you.
thing. The final thing I wanted to say just one more thing. You know, when Auntie B was saying was saying that if you are keeping malice for that long, that's how a woman will come and dash you a child that is not yours. You
Paternity,
know,
yeah.
the people that justify keeping malice, one of the things I've heard said recently is that, well, it's because they were trying to get through to the other partner and they are not seeing reason, they are being unreasonable in a conversation. That
Right.
was
So it
one
sound like the
wrong
same excuse, right?
right. So that was one wrong thing somebody was doing,
Uh,
and then you had another wrong thing, and now paternity fraud. So are we really resolving conflict, or are we compounding the issue? So I
yeah.
want people to see the same way you think, okay, two wrongs can make a right. Well, uncle
Mm,
paternity fraud will come and meet you. Another wrong will make a right now. How about that?
Jesus.
I don't think it's easy.
No, don't do it. Don't
No,
do
not
that.
me. Oh,
No,
no,
yeah.
I'm not like that at all. No,
You
no,
know the
no.
thing, Chidima, people just don't randomly sit around and decide to do these things. It doesn't mean we're saying they didn't make a choice. They made a
Yeah.
choice. But there's certain environment that makes certain bad behavior thrive.
Right. Created the opportunity for you to even begin to entertain the idea in the first place.
Yes. Yes. The same would be true to an extent when somebody say, if you dress a certain way, you wear some nice, your husband will stay at home. Some women will say, no, if he's going to cheat, he's not going to cheat. No, that's coconut head. There are some people, okay, if
Right.
their hands are full, they're not looking anywhere else. You're still
Definitely.
right that a cheater will cheat, but two
Yeah.
things can be right at the same time.
Right.
We're
Right.
not going to pretend that,
That men are not visual again. Or your
yeah,
own
like
hand is,
when his
is
hands are
different.
full and is
My
satisfied,
hand is different.
there's a heightened chance he won't go and
Right.
cheat. We're not going to
Right.
pretend that that's not true. So
Yeah.
while you're right, that also can be right. you
Hmm.
know yeah, you can hang out though. Let's talk to Jum Jum. Jum Jum, how far? Unmute your microphone.
I apologize. I didn't know that my voice.
You're good, don't worry about it. How are
This is
you?
my first time
I
calling to your
know.
show. I always listen to
Beyond
the live.
braids.
Oh
Love
my
it.
God, you are doing an amazing job, and I've learned so much joining your show. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you put situation in such a way that is very relatable. That no matter how dumb you are, you will be able to. I'm not saying anybody is dumb. Like you explain
Right.
it to the letter, right? So there's no, except that you used
I
to use
take I
some
take my time.
Bean
I know what you
English.
mean. Yeah, all you have to do is say, Ola,
English.
you're using being English, and I will break it down.
So
Right?
let me engage you for a minute, and that is when you were explaining that when the other partner is keeping malice and you just want to explain to them, oh, this is what you're doing, this is how I feel about it, let me just pull back and explain to them. I think that would be like a very normal circumstances when you're dealing with the real people that is very reasonable. Like even when you're
They're
pulling
okay.
back, yes,
Right.
people that are okay. Like even when you're pulling back, they understand that
They
it
get
is
it.
not because you just want to back out. It is to just,
Yes.
die down the situation and not to let it get to the point of it's got out of control. But when you're dealing with people that is unreasonable, even you're pulling out will be like let them still rush you. Like when
Right.
you're done, that is why you're pushing back, and then sometimes you go to the point where you think like I'm keeping quiet, not because I don't know what to say. And some people that are not normal, I'm sorry for using that word, they might capitalize on that and then abuse it to the point that you start talking back and forth to the point that you cannot just get anything across, and no issue is being
Resolved.
resolve at the end of the day. So you now grow to the point that you like to keep malice. I don't like to keep malice. When I engage you, you are not being reasonable, and then it's just back and forth. Like what I just want to say is this: how you're explaining it will be like the normal,
The normal.
normal. So
So
it's
when I
like
explained it,
dealing
can you
with
repeat my
someone that is
explanation?
not. So your
Can you can you can
explanation.
you repeat my explanation? Repeat
Yes,
that.
so your explanation is when you're dealing with someone and you see that they are not, like maybe you're not getting anywhere. If you now withdraw
Right.
maybe before 24 hours or after 24 hours. That was when Sister B was there, like
That's all
when
right.
you yes when Auntie B said like a week is a lot, like 24 hours
So
or
so the
24.
Auntie B example would be somebody who is understanding of your
Yes,
withdrawal.
exactly. Now,
Right.
when Auntie B says she will come back and tickle you, when you are dealing with somebody that is not normal, no matter
Right.
how tickle, in fact, they will even manipulate the whole issue. You will be thinking like, is it more than what I did?
Right.
So no
Right.
matter how, let me use Auntie B as an example, very good. No matter how she cannot keep malice, but you're dealing with somebody that keep malice, she will be frustrated to the point that she will even learn how to keep malice because she'll be like, all my effort were
Uh-huh.
not being reciprocated. You are not. I don't know if you understand
I
my.
get it. I get it. Remember, I asked her a question. I said it's a second layer question. I said, what if 1 week later
So,
you have to, right?
so, so possible outcome will be like maybe she will now start learning how to. You are not even happy that I'm talking to you. You know she
You
now
remember she
start
said
learning
that, and I
that.
said, "You're not
Yes,
happy, Abby."
you're not happy that I'm talking to you. You know, it now becomes your own second habit because this is somebody that is in your space whereby you cannot
Right.
get through with them. Either you
Right.
start learning to skipping malice and then you got tired and then walk away at the end of the day because there's really no getting through to them.
There's
And
no
so it
getting
is
through to
very
them.
simple when you were explaining it. I'm like, hey, this is so simple.
Yeah.
Like when you are
Yeah.
explaining it, but it is not as simple in real life
No,
like
it's
that.
everything we say here is easier said than done, right?
Yeah,
Everything we say
yeah,
here, it's a very difficult process to get through, but it's
yeah.
worth it because it helps you. Like the other side of it is that if 1 week later, what another 1 week, right? The only thing you will learn from that, if you're a normal person, you know, Auntie B is enlightened. She talks about
Yes.
this all the time. The normal person will just learn how to keep silent too.
That's it.
So,
And
uh,
you're not
so
getting anything solved.
so 8 years later, you're like, I can't believe I wasted 8 years of my life.
Yes. And
You know?
also another thing that I will bring up is if you're dealing with someone that bring out past issue or often, maybe when you resolve issue today, you think it's gone, then you have another misunderstanding maybe in next month, and they brought back what you resolved today.
Wait, Jum
You will
Jum,
not want to
Jum Jum,
engage.
Jum Jum. The gender warrior in me is coming out. Who do you think do that the most, men or women,
Let
that
me
bring up
tell you,
passages?
I have seen men that does it. Generally, the answer will be
Then
women.
okay, hey, with your full
Let me now
chest,
bring you back that a woman.
with your full chest.
wàhálà wàhálà nàìjíríà don rí pàṣọ àti kó sáwọn kọlu. Hey!
Yeah, continue,
So what I'm trying to say, okay, so imagine when Atibi was saying that men are known for their words. When you say one thing one time, people respect it because you're not going back
Yes.
on your words. But when we now have a man that is always talking and talking, it got to the point that you don't respect that
You
words
lose
anymore because
respect. You
yes.
lose respect.
So
Yeah.
now when you have a man that is always bringing back issue, the respect is gone because you are not expected to be to be engaging like a woman. Now
Yeah.
we are two women in the house. It is expected
Voila.
that a woman will bring us stuff. That is how you did last month. But if it is a man that is doing it, you know, Yoruba will say where you are expected to see head, if you meet tail there, you know, you'll be disappointed. So stuff
Yeah.
like that, you
Yeah.
don't want to engage because when we're
Yeah.
engaging, you're bringing back old stuff, and it is not expected of a man. So that way, that can lead to
Yeah. Not only
God.
that is it expected as a man expects himself to be the leader.
To be
So, so it's a confusion when he acts otherwise. It's an
Yes.
internal confusion, and it shows up in his behavior, and it makes the woman lose respect, and then he come back and ask for respect, and then it's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. The
Yes,
more
and
you
this
ask
is
for respect, the worse it gets.
it gets,
You
and
know?
then that's when they throw around. I'm the head of this house. I'm the head of this house. You have to respect me. Like,
Yeah, you
where
have to
is the
introduce
man?
yourself. Dr. Akpoki said you have to introduce
I
yourself as the head
like
of the
that
house.
man. I listen to him. We have, oh my God, the channel.
Really?
Yes, I discovered his channel. I was like,
I
where
like
has
him
this
too.
man been all this
Yeah.
while?
They're
So
coming
that is
out. They're
marriage
coming out.
approach
We
as
need them.
well. Very simple.
You should go and watch a
Before it
video
is
he did
too
with his
much.
wife. Yeah.
I watch it. I
You did.
watch it. The woman
Yeah.
was just smiling. And let me engage you one more time about
Sure.
the aspect of the wife that said the man forced her to read medicine, you know, and when
Right.
Yes, for me, I
To
see
to be,
that.
was it a nurse or medicine? First time
Yes,
into
a nurse
medical,
or
sha?
something
Yeah,
like a
yes.
medical. So for me, I bring it to this time. If a man will ask me to do something I don't want to do, I don't think. Well, at the end of the day, both of them compromise on one way or the other, and then at the end of the day, it pays for them. And that is why you cannot just stand like I'm the head, I'm the
Yeah,
woman. This is my space. Everybody will be moving,
yeah,
one way or the other. And at the end of the day, to be for the good of the family. He's such a
yeah.
very wise
Right.
man.
But that woman has
Very
to
wise
feel
man.
safe to a certain extent to be
Exactly.
able to
She
yield
said,
like
when
that.
you tell
Yeah.
me to jump, I will jump because I know it is for our good. You have good
Yep.
intention for me. Even if I don't
Yeah.
want to do it, for you to
Yep.
tell me to do it, I trust you. You have to
Yep.
be a place of trust for me to like, oh, I don't think it's something. The woman said she wants to go into education, but you're asking me to come into medical field. But I
Right.
trust you, and
Yeah.
it will be for the
Yeah.
good of the
Yeah.
family.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. There's a certain level of safety she has to feel
Yes.
to not ask you like, sure, why meanie? Uh,
So
change my whole career to come and she
yes.
she has to feel
Yeah.
safe to a
Yes.
lot, to a certain extent,
And you
right?
see most of the sacrifice that man made among many was make her signatory to his account. Of course, what other trust do you want? You
Yeah,
want
exactly.
everything. Yeah, that man is so wise. He's so wise. He's
Dr.
so wise.
Charles Akboki, yeah.
Apoki, I'm
Yeah.
your friend. And the way he will laugh. Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
so
I don't
funny.
mind. I'll promote him. I just posted the link to his YouTube on.
Yes, he's so wise.
Yeah.
People need to check him out. I listen to him. Thank you so much, man of express. That's what
Thank
I want to
you,
say.
Beyond Braids.
That
I
your
appreciate
idea
you.
are so
Are,
good.
are, are
You're
you
dealing
doing?
with
Are you doing
normal people.
braids?
I
Are you
do
doing
braids.
braids?
Yes, I do
Okay.
braids.
And you in the United States?
Yes, I'm in Texas.
Oh, you're in Texas.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you in the backstage?
In the backstage, like
In
what?
our backstage. In our backstage. Prestige Family backstage.
No, I am not. If you want to add me, I wouldn't mind.
You need to. You need to. So you go to this link.
Okay.
All right. Go to this link. whatsapp.manofprestige.com. It's right there.
Okay. Okay.
On your phone, and it will take you inside the group. Okay.
I will join.
All right. Great.
Thank
All right.
you. I'm still here.
All right. Hang out. Hang out. Eat some more. Eat some more. Talk to me.
Hello, man of prestige.
Hey, my personal person. I know your name, but let me call you E some more, okay?
Yes,
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you today?
I'm doing well. It's your first
I
time
joined-
calling into the show.
It's
though.
my first time calling into the show. That's right.
Yeah.
I
So talk
joined
to
a
me.
little bit late.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
I've been following the conversation, so I think I still have a good knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah.
I want to talk about silent treatment in the workplace.
In the workplace, interesting.
Yes.
Do share.
The bottom line is silent treatment overall has no benefit to nobody, not the person giving it and not the person receiving it. I don't know how it works for people who do it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's just, it speaks immaturity to me.
Yeah. it
So
does.
I've experienced it in both, in my personal life, and today I'm talking about workplace.
Right.
So this friend of mine, she happens to be like a senior colleague. She's very wonderful, friendly. When I first came across her, like she opened arms, received me, bought me gifts. Like every now and then at work, she would buy me presents. I'm like, wow, this woman is really nice. So I think she gained my confidence. She gained my loyalty and trust. And, I thought I had this person to look up to at work, somebody that had my back. And then one day I would say hello, she wouldn't respond. And again, this person is a senior colleague, like she's a group lead. So this is someone we hang out together on weekends. Like she would plan movie dates, we'll go watch a movie together and all that. Then all of a sudden she's not speaking. I say hello. Day one, she won't say anything.
Like the way she will walk past you like you are a dead person. You don't exist. Ha. It was so shocking to me, and I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, apart from, of course, my own personal life, but I've not seen that in
But
friendship.
at work, let me
Right.
tell you something. People that do that at work, I have a favorite word for them, and I'm going to just let it go right now. They are bastards. Okay. I understand in an emotional setting in the family, sometimes it's awkward. You don't get paid on Friday, but at work, silent treatment. You must be a bastard.
So, like I said, it doesn't benefit either parties. It just creates distrust. It creates unnecessary anxiety. It creates, like, every time I see her now, even though we are cordial at the moment, I can't trust her. I don't know
No,
what
you
she's
can't
gonna
trust
do next.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will throw you under the bus.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the first time it happened. So I was very curious. I went to her. Is everything okay? After day one, day two, like, you're avoiding me. What's going on? And she said when she's ready to speak about it, she will let me know.
See,
I said, why?
manipulation. Right now, you're supposed to be her therapist and just
Like,
understand.
if you are ready to speak about it, you let me know. Oh, wow. And this lady I'm talking about, she's 50. She's not a baby. Like, come on now. If there's anything, open up and talk to me. I don't see myself as someone that you cannot talk to, or
Can you see on my face that I can relate? I know them. Okay, I've gotten rid of a whole company because of that. I said, change your project manager, then call me back. F you.
So she's very good at what she does at work. She's like almost indispensable. Very wonderful. Like her work ethics, top notch. She can
Same
work
thing.
two people's job, and that makes everybody tiptoe around her. And when I got to realize that it was not peculiar to me and her, like just between both of us, I knew that, okay, it's not my problem.
No, it's not though.
Yeah.
It's personal.
It's
It's their
woman's
personal problem. Yep.
Right. So anyway, she said when she's ready to talk to me, she would let me know. So I waited for her. When she finally spoke up about what led to that, I was looking at her like, really? I can't even remember what led to that right now because it was so insignificant. It did not make any sense to me that because of something so, I think the music that was playing in the background, she selected the music and I said, oh, can she change it to something more
That's it?
active so that we will not fall asleep? Because when we're walking at night, we
in a
play
car?
music in the background.
Oh, when you were walking at night.
Yeah. We play
Really?
music in the background. So the kind of music she put that night, it was making me fall asleep. So I work night shift. So I think I just told her, can we change the music so that
you don't fall asleep?
I won't fall asleep because it sounded like a lullaby. So I think that was it.
Not the lullaby. Lullaby will put you to sleep.
Yeah. So I think that was it. It was something so insignificant. Something there. So I was like, is this it? Okay. Well, when she we made up. I said, okay, but at this point, I was more careful with dealing with her.
I'm good.
She continued to send gifts and buy clothes. If the clothes don't fit her, she will just repackage it and say, Esther, Istanbul, I got this. It's not my size. Do you want it? I would accept.
What did she put inside of it? Why is she buying you clothes?
You doing what?
The thing that strikes me about them, they come to you with, the personality of friendliness, friendship, and all that. And then when they're ready to discard you, it's like a hot coal. They just drop you, like you don't make it. And like you said, those 10 things you mentioned as the aftermath of what it causes to the victim of the person on the receiving end of silent treatment, it's true. The confusion, like you are confused, you don't know, you can't even trust your
yourself.
You are just walking on eggshell. You don't know. Anyway, so
it's not nice. It's not nice.
I said hello to her like a couple of years, maybe a year or two later. I said hello to her. She just snubbed me like a ghost. I said, this woman again. Okay. So
She's consistent.
okay.
Somebody said that lady attitude is inconsistent. Seems like no, she's consistent. Believe it.
It's a pattern. You have to just be patient enough.
Yeah.
So she snubs me. The next day I said hello. She snubs me again. Then that noise is too much. I said hello again. She snubs me again. And then I said, okay, at this point, I'm just gonna let her be till whenever she's ready to talk again. So I went to a mutual friend, again, another colleague, and told her, this is what I'm observing. And that one told me, oh, well, if she doesn't want to speak to you, just give her the space she wants.
Yeah.
So at that point, I realized, okay, it's not what she's doing to just me, it's what she does to other people. If this lady is telling me, don't worry about it, just, do your work and not focus on yourself, that means she has experienced it too. Maybe she just doesn't want to share.
Right. I mean, it's not like you have a choice anyway. The other choice is to be begging her to be your friend. We don't want that, right? So you want to give me a cold shoulder? Sure. If it's something I have to work with you, I'm probably going to replace you. It's a matter of time. Because what you just said, I remember a story. And that person was also extremely competent and good at what they did.
Yeah.
And the company were literally kissing her ass.
Yes,
So,
that's exactly where we are at right now. She can do two people's job. In fact, she can run three people's job at the same time.
Right.
So it makes everybody just give her that.
It makes you vulnerable because it's a power dynamic. Now they have one up on you, and that's not a conducive environment for you to work because they can throw you under the bus. So what ends up happening is that it's only a matter of time. They will be replaced because everybody is replaceable. Everybody.
Yes. And she threatens she would leave. She threatens the company she would leave. If they do this, she's going to leave. If they do that, she's going to leave. She threatens that all the time. So because of that, the company, they are trying to, if she's doing two people's job, they'll tell her, no, she doesn't have to, just do your part. Don't worry about doing two people's job. So that will also get her in a place of, but I'm trying to do the best. Why are you people rejecting my best, But they don't want her to do two people's job anymore because she keeps throwing it in their face that, if not for her, the work will not go smoothly and all that.
Let me tell you, some of them might be listening among the 29 people that are listening to me right now. It's only a matter of time. They will collect. Okay, they will. It's not if, it's when. Ask Puff Daddy. There are many of them. Ask Osh Poppy. Right? They are very good. The whole world yields to them. You have to obey them so you don't get blacklisted by the rest of the world. They are the one running the blacklist. These people, they will collect. You just have to be patient. Also, use it as an opportunity for you to gather your own power, understanding that you have a level of vulnerability now. Use it to cook yourself. Don't give them the space, but understand that, hey, it's time to move, improve yourself, become better, But as far as them are concerned, don't worry. Okay? It will shock them. The higher they go, the harder they're going to fall.
Right. So, when the other mutual friend told me, don't worry about her, I just really kept to myself until I made a mistake one day. And instead of her to email me or talk to me about it or whatever, she emailed me and copied my supervisor.
They will escalate it before they talk to you. It's consistent. They have patterns. They will escalate the issue before they actually talk to you. They are snakes. Recognize them when you see them and walk your way around it, okay?
Yeah.
But they'll collect.
This is a job I love so much. The flexibility works with my life as a woman. I don't want to give up my job because of one person. So I just wanted to manage how I work around her, not to give up the job because of her, right?
Yeah.
So when I saw that email, I quickly got up, went straight to my supervisor, and I told him I have to report this to you. So I told him everything. And this is not the first time it is happening. She's not talking to me. I would say hello, she wouldn't respond. So all these things she's doing is just to put me in a bad spot, put me in a bad light. So, and at that point, I was already waiting for my promotion. So I'd already talked to my supervisor about my promotion. I was due for my promotion, but it wasn't coming forth. So I said, if this woman is going to sabotage that, I'm going to have to talk about it with my supervisor and the higher management. So I talked with my supervisor, talked to the HOD, head of department. I let them know that whatever review you guys want to review about me, please don't go through her, because she would not tell you what you are, going to hear. She would tell you what is biased, because this is the current situation.
This is what's going on.
Right. So
it's only a matter of time. They'll record it. It's only a matter of time.
It wasn't only me reporting. That's not the thing.
See? Because they don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop.
That have stopped working there because of her. They will be anxious when they are coming into work because they don't know what to expect.
They're working on eggshells.
Yeah. So it happened, and then this time around, like I said, the second time it happened, she blocked me on Facebook too.
Really?
I don't even till this day, I don't know what happened. So when she was finally ready to reconcile, which was months later, maybe like 10 months later, one day she just said, hey,
10 months later.
Yeah. Like nothing happened. Well, everybody will talk. Everybody's laughing. She's laughing and looking in my direction. She's trying to give me high five. Like nothing happened the past 10 months.
You doing what?
So one day she sent me a Facebook request again. I said, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to accept this. Like, you deleted yourself already. Go forever. That's it. No more. So
sadly, I have people like that. They're under a handful. But I have people like that. You blocked me. You're like, it's okay. It's okay. Leave it that way.
Yeah. So she wanted to rekindle everything and take it back to where it used to be. Unfortunately, it can never be that way anymore. The trust, pardon the noise, the trust is broken. I can never put anything that is very...
Yeah. Go take care of the baby. Go take care of the baby.
Yeah. I can never entrust anything in that lady's hands. No matter, even if she's good, even after recent times, she still gives me gifts. I just say thank you and take it. I don't, do all those gift exchange and nonsense anymore. Like trying to reciprocate her kindness. No. If you don't want to give me, I'm good. If you give me, thank you. And at this point, like even inviting me on a personal event and all that, I'm not going. Sorry, I don't have time. I can't make it. I have other plans. Because
Yoruba people. Again, go ahead.
Like I was saying, this thing does not, like, they think it's good because they're in a position of power to use it against you. But in the end, they are the ones that will also receive.
You will lose because it's a blind spot. It's a blind spot. You don't have that much power.
Exactly.
It's the world is carrying you like this. The world is carrying you like that. Yoruba people will stop it there, easy. Because the same people that's carrying you like that, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. Then, she trained me at work, so that put her in a position of power already. And now you want to use the power against me in this way? No, I'm not going to give you more power. So, right now it's just pure cordial work relationship. She's not going to get any form of trust or, positive recommendation from me in any way. I mean, I'm not going to say anything nasty about her, but don't expect me to go all out to try to, do anything special.
I want to say thank you for bringing that up to this conversation, because honestly, I didn't realize I could relate that much with silent treatment until you brought in the professional setting. Yeah, I can. It's like, as you're saying it, there's an image in my head. And the image is actually a prayer point. I use their name, prayer point. God, any their name. When I wake up in the morning, literally. Because they create that level of trauma that when you smell anything that looks like it, you just want to avoid it. Because it puts you in a position where you can potentially have trust issues.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't trust people because all of us, we need connection with other people. That's what makes us
Now,
strive as
if I
human
say
beings.
hello to her, I just wait and check her face again. Is she saying hello back or is she not? If she's not, I keep it moving quickly.
Yeah, that's only
Like,
because you're still working together. You will never say hello to that kind of person again, if not because
yeah,
you're still
yes,
working.
correct, yes. So everything now is just superficial. That's what I'm trying to say. So bring that to personal life. Imagine your own intimate partner is doing that to you. You're just going to be walking on eggshell. The person will be in charge for as long as the person has power over you. But once you are able to get that power back, which is, in my case, for a very long time, I was the vulnerable one because I came from Nigeria to join him. So that puts me in a position of vulnerability. I depended on him for a while. And then, so I had to be going back to beg, for things that are not worthy to beg over, that are not worthy to even have as a conflict. Like I told you, change music, can just cause
That's it.
strife.
Everybody just spiral out of control.
Yeah, the most insignificant thing, you want to use power and dominance and control over everything. So it lasted for as long as it lasted for, until when I summoned the courage and the strength to really say, okay, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Yeah. And when that point comes, you realize that person is so powerless. They don't have no power. So at the end of the day, what good did it do for that?
Because if we're talking about marriage now, suddenly they are now a victim.
Exactly. And God is not asleep either. He knows how to flip the coin. So if you are doing it to somebody and you think the person will continue to be vulnerable forever, no.
You're building them.
You're
building that person.
You are building them, yes. So all the things are accomplished. Like during the silent treatment is the phase that I see myself accomplishing the most. Like if they just give me that space, that's when I want to put in all the resume I've not put in since. And that's when I want to, so it was always propelling me for the next phase, phase. And then I finally got to where I am now. So anyone propagating silent treatment or promoting it or saying it's okay, it's a no, it's torture, it's trauma.
Don't do it. You shoot yourself on the legs.
Yes. Yeah. It's not good. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. So that thing should not be condoned, and it should, like, if you are going through it, if you are suffering through it, speak up, condemn it.
Seek help.
Yeah, seek help. It's not good. It just leaves you in a position of walking on eggshell. And when you are walking on eggshell with your partner, every conversation becomes superficial. You can't go deep down. There will be no growth. There will be no progress. There will be no... So there will be no progress. And then that person will be the one crying at the end of the day. I feel disconnected. I do this, I did that. Like, you propagated all these things, all the things you set as the foundation. Even when I have taken steps to overlook all those traits, to say, okay, I'm going to fight the good fight and just overlook everything. Let me trust for once. I still get, beaten at the end of the day. So it just makes me realize there's no point putting in the effort. So
so in a relationship setting, it works against the relationship. So that means both people collect.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So so people might yield because you would train the other person to silent treat you. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because now you do silent treatment to each other and nobody is moving in any direction, right? It's just like this very funky place. There's a lot of resentments that get stored in that space. It's just not a good idea. And unfortunately, I see Brother Beno says divorce is a solution. I wish it was that easy, right?
Divorce is not that easy. If when Auntie B mentioned earlier that if the person goes to a hotel, you lock the person, change the locks. It's not that easy too.
It's not that easy too. Yeah.
Especially when there are kids involved and you have a routine of one person is going, one person is coming.
The kids are let daddy in. Let daddy in.
The kids say let daddy in. That's one. Number two, you need that person to watch the kids while you are at work. Or
you need them. You need them. It's they are part of your world.
Exactly.
Everything is so into each other.
So So your life is already intertwined. It's not easy to just pull the divorce card and say divorce
Yeah.
is the solution. It's not. You
Yeah.
need that person.
And divorce lawyers are parasites. They will drain you of your life savings. Everything.
Right. Right.
And well, not my life savings, my partner's life savings. Well, those are things that your kids should be looking forward to in the future too. The lawyers will drain every single dime.
Absolutely. They always work. It's always in their favor. It's never in your favor.
One of my clients the other day said, I just told them enough. No, I don't. No. Because suddenly she realized that the lawyer was actually instigating them against each other because they saw assets. Right? Well,
Yeah.
did you check this? Did you check this? And that's draining her emotionally.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's not down the streets. They are far off. You can pull them close, you can call them, but that's not something that's not a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, I pray that if you haven't gone through it, that you don't go through it. If you've gone through it, I pray that God will see you through.
Amen.
Because it's not as simple as basketballs between two people. It's not that simple. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, after so many years in my marriage, when I reflect, I see we could have progressed a whole lot more if things were a lot more cordial, if there were more conversations that were not avoided, if things were not swept under the rug. But hey,
Right.
this is
Things
what
get
I
swept
have.
under the rug. Yeah. Right.
Things get swept under
So
the
even
rug.
even in that respect, you're the one that's supposed to shut down, right? You're the one. If we use that formula, that's 1 and 0 black and white formula, right? Like things get swept under the rug. You couldn't get your way. Let me just shut down so I can get the other person to listen. You're the one that's supposed to do that first, but it's actually the other person that shuts down that doesn't want to have the conversation. It's a double whammy on your end.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I have to go. I have to attend to my child. Thank you for
so
having me.
much. All right. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.